Hey my beautiful Capricorn peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-June 2022 tarot reading. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. Without a further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this and see what we got going on for you guys this second half of the month. What do we got coming up here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-June 2022. Let's go ahead over here and begin. Taking a look here at the first card for you. What do we have? And we have here the Hangman card. So, Hangman coming out here in the beginning. Definitely the energy here of feeling stuck in a situation. But of course, though, sometimes when we're stuck and when we're cornered, we have to think of ways to think outside of the box in order for us to escape, you know? So I definitely feel the energy here of the Hangman, which I actually haven't picked up before, which is thinking outside of the box. I never really seen it in that aspect, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I like looking at cards in new ways. So jumping into mid-June here so far, you know, you're kind of feeling cornered in a certain area of your life. You could be feeling cornered in a relationship, cornered in your working space, cornered in the family, whatever the case may be. And you're recognizing like the same way of going about doing something is clearly not working. So right now I have to think outside the box. Now moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Temperance. And whatever kind of critical thinking that you guys are doing to think outside of the box, it also has to make the situation overall positive. So I feel like right now, as you're thinking outside the box, you're trying to make sure that this situation can have a happy ending. And then lastly for you, we do have here the Hierophant, which could represent something that you're obligated to or something that you're committed to. It also could signify marriage here for a few of you. Oh, my camera is not on. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I can get this to work, if I can get this camera on real fast. All right, give me 2 seconds, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, Capricorn, you know, as I was saying, Hierophant card could symbolize obligations, could possibly symbolize a marriage here too. So especially for those of you guys that have been having any sort of issues within your marriage, you know, you might be taking some time right now to think outside the box and how you can positively resolve this situation. But all in all here for you, Capricorn, I feel like you feel a little bit cornered, you feel pretty trapped right now, and you're trying to find a solution that would positively enhance a situation jumping into the second half of June for you, okay? So we're going to go ahead and expand on this situation a little bit more. All right, let's go ahead and get more information here for Capricorn. Tell me about this Hangman card. What is it exactly that Capricorn is feeling? Why are they feeling trapped? What's going on in this current situation for them? All right, and the first card out is going to be the Fool card. So, could possibly be an Aries you're dealing with. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Two of Cups, and then lastly for you guys, we have here the Page of Swords. So I could definitely say, you know, the situation you're dealing with is regarding a person for sure. If it's not regarding a person here, it could be regarding something that you are connecting to, aka you might feel that you're super connected to your job, so on and so forth. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like for the majority of Capricorns here, this is probably about a person you're dealing with. So clarifying the Hangman, you have here the Fool, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Swords. You know, what this is telling me is that you felt pretty hesitant lately. It's almost this energy of like walking on eggshells with someone. You're trying to positively, you know, you're trying to gain a positive result in a situation, but it seems so hard to do that when you're walking on eggshells with them. You got here the Page of Swords, which is a big card of hesitancy. You got the Two of Cups, which represents somebody you're very close to. But with the Fool card over here, it's like, I don't really know where to go. So I feel like I have to venture out into the unknown here and try something new, because every method I've tried in order to get into better spirits with somebody has resulted in a pretty negative ending. So essentially what I'm picking up here for you, moving throughout the second half of June, is that you're trying to get into a better space with somebody, whether that be a friend, family member, lover. Maybe you're trying to get your financial situation in a better place. Whatever it is, you're trying to fix something here, Capricorn, and find a solution. But it seems to me like no matter how many different types of solutions you come up with, nothing is working. And you want to have a positive resolution, but it's very difficult when you feel like you're walking on eggshells. For those of you that are dealing with a specific person, chances are you're dealing with somebody who's very sensitive. And I also feel like you're connecting with somebody here I'm also hearing is closed-minded. So if you're dealing with an individual who's not only sensitive but closed-minded as well, it's super hard for you to find this positive resolution because you feel like you can't say anything to them, thus the energy of walking on eggshells. So I definitely see this difficulty here. It's like, I am cornered. I got to think outside the box here on how I'm going to resolve this. Now, having a look here at the Hierophant, tell me about that. Why do we have the Hierophant showing up here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-June 2022. First card out, we do got here the Justice card. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Magician. And then lastly, clarifying that Hierophant, we have here the Eight of Cups. So Now, clarifying the Hierophant card here, we got the Justice, the Magician, and the Eight of Cups. Pretty much what I'm feeling here for you regarding this situation is that you're in a period of time where you're trying to be the person to balance this out. You know, you're showing up constantly for somebody here because you care about them. You may feel a sense of duty or a sense of obligation to whomever this person is. This might be somebody within your family sector, or this, like I said, could be a husband or wife, because we do have the Hierophant showing up, which could potentially mean marriage. So you really do feel like you have a sense of obligation here to whomever this person is or to whatever this relationship is. And you're in this position right now where you're trying your damn near hardest to balance it all out because you feel pretty obligated to them. But with the Eight of Cups showing up over here, it seems to me like no matter how much you're showing up for them, they seem to be kind of very avoidant of any sort of solution that you bring to the table. You really feel here, Capricorn, like you're the only one who's trying. It's like, dude, no matter what I try to offer, no matter what I try to do, I feel like nothing is good enough for the person that I'm dealing with or for the situation that you're dealing with here, all in all. So Capricorn, as far as what I'm gathering for June 2022 at the second half of it, it's like you're dealing with a person or a situation where you feel like you are doing nothing but the most that you can to try to have a positive resolution here. And no matter how much you try to reason with somebody, how much you try to find a solution, it just seems to me like it's never good enough. It seems to you like it's never good enough. And you feel like you're walking on eggshells with every solution that you propose because it never seems right. And you're definitely pretty stressed out over here for sure. It's like I'm trying to find a way here to end things on a good note or to make something better, but it just doesn't seem to be going in that direction. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look here at your surroundings or your social circle for the second half of the month here. What's going to be going on in Capricorn surroundings, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-June 2022. First card out is going to be the Sun card. Moving on to the next card for you guys, we also have here the Wheel of Fortune. And then lastly for you, Capricorn, is going to be the Queen of Cups. So, taking a look at your surroundings right now, we got the Sun, we got the Wheel of Fortune, and we got the Queen of Cups. You know, what this is telling me is that you definitely are surrounded by people who are very positive, people who are very uplifting. You know, you're surrounded by people here who really feel like this situation could be so easily turned around. But I definitely feel like people are kind of pointing out to you here with the Queen of Cups of how like emotional your person is in this situation. I feel like people are giving you advice, Capricorn, of like, you really are trying your damn near best. And they're pretty much pointing out that whoever this is you're dealing with isn't really working with you. They're like, why are you trying so hard right now to resolve this when your individual isn't really working as hard? You know, it takes two to tango, and you seem to be the only one dancing here, Capricorn. So it almost feels to me like in your environment, other people are trying to tell you, just be happy. It really isn't worth it in this situation to continuously walk on eggshells for somebody here who isn't willing to put in the work and find a solution. You know, they're kind of pointing out to you that the person you're dealing with is only focusing on the problem. You know, you're the one here searching for a solution, but other people can see that your person here seems to be very focused on the problem and not finding that level ground, not finding that solution overall. So I definitely feel like in your surroundings, people are kind of pointing out to here, Capricorn, of like, this situation, dude, I don't know too much about it. I don't know if, you know, if I was in that situation personally, I don't know if I would want to be there. You know, that's kind of what people are saying to you here. And, like I mentioned, though, you just have this like sense of duty or this sense of commitment to whomever this is. You know, you're nowhere near wanting to give up on them. But I do feel like other people are trying to say, you know, hey, Cappy, this really isn't worth it. So, you know, that's definitely frustrating, right? You have a bunch of people in your environment, especially people that you very much so trust, telling you that the situation you're involved in isn't worth it. But you know, you're so caught up on wanting this positive resolution, and your person here is pretty caught up on continuously focusing on the problem. So, you know, something here has to happen at the mid-month mark. Let's go ahead and have a check-in here with your mental health for the second half of June. All right, what are things looking like in reference to Capricorn's mental health, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-June 2022. First card out, we do got here the Six of Swords. Moving on to the next card for you, we have here the Nine of Swords in the reverse, and then looking at the last card for you, we have here the Three of Wands. So that's interesting. I usually never read reversals for monthly videos, so I'm kind of surprised that that came out that way, but we got here the Six of Swords, Nine of Swords reversed, and then the Three of Wands. So taking a look at the mental health, I definitely feel like you're trying to be as positive as possible. You definitely have a smile on your face. You know, you're in this energy right now, Capricorn, where you're trying to do everything you can to keep a positive morale. But I do feel like inevitably no matter how much you try to go forward with a positive mentality, you're going to feel at a standstill here with the Three of Wands because you're waiting on something. What you're waiting on, Capricorn, is to see the fruits of your labor, your hard work to be paid off, this situation to be resolved, essentially, is what you're waiting on. It's like, I'm thinking positively, I'm putting positive energy into the person that I'm dealing with, I'm putting positive energy into our situation here, I'm putting positive energy into a positive resolution, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to see it work out, you know? So even though right now mentally you seem to be very strong, I think that you are kind of getting to that point here too where it's like, all right, when are we going to resolve this? When is it going to happen, you know? All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what we can expect for you going forward throughout the rest of mid-June. So what can my Capricorns expect here going forward, please? Throughout the rest of their mid-June 2022, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's go ahead and have a look. First card out, we do have here the Nine of Cups. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Four of Cups. Yeah, and then lastly for you, Capricorn, we got here the Three of Cups. Like I said, guys, you know, no matter how much of a positive morale you've been having, I think you're going to come to that realization of like enough is enough. We do got here the Nine of Cups, we got here the Four of Cups, and we got here the Three of Cups. You know, with all this energy showing up, Nine of Cups is about saying, okay, I got to start to focus on what's going to make me happy right now because this situation is going to become rather draining to you pretty quickly here, Capricorn, you know, to the point where it's like, okay, I'm ignoring this and I'm going to go focus on what's fun right now. I'm going to go focus on what's good right now in my life. You know, you're going to get very sick here and tired of dealing with somebody who is just not wanting to work with you. And I think that the energy of walking on eggshells, it's going to become very overbearing for you, you know? So Capricorns, you will probably reach your limit here with whomever this is you're dealing with. And what you can expect moving forward is I feel like you turning your back and just saying, hey, I did everything that I could. And either we resolve this situation or I got to do me. I got to focus my energy on other stuff because I don't have time for this anymore and I don't have the energy for it anymore, you know? All right, Capricorn. So basically what I got for you guys regarding your mid-June 2022 is that you're pretty much in a situation right now with somebody where you feel stuck. It's like, I just don't know what else to do. I don't know how we're going to resolve things. I don't know how we're going to get to a good place. You know, I've busted my ass trying to. I have thought of everything that I could. I have tried to think out of the box to have a positive, you know, resolution here. And it feels like nothing is ever good for you. And that's how you feel towards somebody. Or that's how you feel towards a situation. Maybe this is your boss and you feel like no matter how much you've learned at your job or how much work you put into your job, your boss still has disapproval, if that's the case too. Some of you Capricorns might say, listen, I'm over it. I'm done trying to impress this boss. I'm going to go ahead and hop to another job. You know, that might be the energy here too. But Capricorn, it's like enough is enough. I'm getting fed up over here. And other people are going to be pointing this out to you as well, Capricorn. They're going to be like, dude, you guys are working overtime to really try to find a solution here. And the person you're dealing with, they're not working with you. And they're going to point that out to you. And it's like the more that your environment points this out to you, the more you're like, yeah, I see it, you know? I feel like this is a situation where it takes two to tango and I'm the only one dancing. And, you know, once you start to see that here, Capricorn, moving towards the end of your mid-month, you know, you right here, you're getting ready to say, screw this. Like, it's time for me to put my energy into something else. All right, let's go ahead and have a look at the overall outcome for you. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Team Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-June 2022. What's going to be the overall outcome? And what do we have here? We have here the Hermit. Yeah. Taking the wisdom and taking solitude, essentially, here, moving throughout the second half of the month. Hermit card is about taking space. It's about going in solitude. It's about isolating yourself from a situation here. And the wisdom that you're gaining from this is that the situation genuinely isn't worth it. You're the only one trying here, Capricorn, and it's not fair for you to keep trying with somebody who is not willing to work with you. It's not fair to walk on eggshells for somebody who isn't willing to try and who isn't willing to actually find a solution, but only continue to focus on the problem, despite what the problem may be. I'm not sure what that problem is. It's going to be different for every Capricorn that's watching, but if there has been a main issue between you and somebody, and they're not willing to be the ones that are going to work with you, then there's no point to keep putting forth effort that isn't going to be appreciated nor reciprocated. All right? So Capricorns, I definitely feel like you're taking your wisdom that other people are pointing out to you over here, saying that this situation isn't worth it, and you're taking the realization that this situation here isn't worth it, and you're isolating from it overall, and just focusing yourself on other things throughout the second half of the month here, okay? All right, Capricorn, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully this video resonated, and hopefully it helped out. Of course, if it didn't, no worries there, guys. Feel free to check out any other awesome readers on the YouTube platform. But Capricorn, excuse me, Much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, okay? I wish I had better information to convey to you or a little bit more of a positive message. I know that this message was probably not the most amazing thing that people may want to hear, but I think it's good to make sure that you're not staying stuck in cycles that are going to continuously keep you stuck. You know, Capricorn, if your person here seems like they just never want to find a solution, it's always going to be a cat and mouse type of thing. You know, you're always going to be searching for one, they're always going to be running away from one and focusing on the problem, and then you're going to be caught up and stuck in a cycle that isn't necessarily going to be beneficial to you for a very long time until one of you either break, you know? So Cappies, I think it's better to kind of just break it out now, do your thing, say it is what it is, and who knows, maybe that'll even give the person you're dealing with the motivation to recognize that they're only focused on a problem, and that's not going to solve anything. All right? All right, Capricorn, much love to you. Enjoy the rest of your June. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.